At any of them. I read, oh, we've given millions to this one, millions to that one, and millions to oppose Trump. We've done none of that. We haven't put a penny in any of these campaigns, pro or con.
But I'm sure you've been asked to contribute to the Never Trump
We have.
movement. And why not get involved in that? I mean, here's a guy that...
Because that's not what we do. What we're trying to do is build alliances to make the country better. Like we have one with the White House on criminal justice reform. You do it by trying to find areas where you can work with everybody.
So are you going to sit out this presidential election?
Well, we'll see. I mean, when we get a nominee, then we'll explore that. And we don't want arm waving. We want to know specifics.
What did you think when you first heard Donald Trump's proposal to put a temporary ban on all Muslims coming into the United States?
Obviously, that's antithetical to our approach. But what was worse was this: we'll have them all register. That's reminiscent of Nazi Germany. I mean, that's monstrous, as I said at the time.
And when you hear another top presidential candidate talking about making the sand glow and carpet bombing in the Middle East.
Well, that's got to be hyperbole, but I mean that a candidate, whether they believe it or not, would think that appeals to the American people. This is frightening.
When you look at the presidencies of George W. Bush and Barack Obama, which one in your view was worse? I know you don't like either one.
Well, no, I would compare it to more toward Bill Clinton. Just in spending and regulation, the government grew much more under Bush's administration, who was, I think, a fine person and tried to do the right thing, but was misguided.
And got us involved in a war that you adamantly opposed.
And tried to create democracies in countries where that's counterproductive.
Am I hearing you correctly? You think Bill Clinton was a better president than George W. Bush?
Well, in some ways. In other ways, I mean, he wasn't an exemplar.
Yeah.
But as far as the growth of government, the increase in spending on restrictive regulations, it was 2.5 times under Bush that it was under Clinton.
So is it possible another Clinton could be better than another Republican
it's
next
possible.
time around?
It's possible.
You couldn't see yourself supporting Hillary Clinton, could you?
Well, we would have to believe her actions would be quite different than her rhetoric. Let me put it that way.